Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker. Look here. This story is about a partner of mine that I know real well. A younger dude. He's younger than I am anyway. And his name is G Money, right? And he had a big problem with his sister coming to visit him and always choosing up on somebody in the penitentiary in the VG. He could not stand it. He could not stand it. It got to the point where he didn't even like her to come visit him. You know, his mom used to come, she'd come visit, so his sister would come too, right? She's always up in the VG, eyeballing somebody. You know what I'm saying? And not just eyeballing them. If she saw somebody in that VG that she thought she could come up with, or somebody she liked first that didn't have a girlfriend and was there, this is what she used to do to G Money. She'll ask him, who is that? Who is that coming to visit him? And if he told her that was his mom or a relative or something like that, she would just get up and go over there and introduce herself and just tell him and give him the number and tell him to call. She would just do it, and it just used to piss G Money off. But in this episode, I'm going to tell you about the time when she did this and she started talking to one of the guys. Now, that's a big no-no for me. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm going to tell you about this in the show. You're going to have to listen to this episode, right? Because this is something that really it blew me away. Because G Money, he was mad all the time, anytime his sister would come visit him, right? But just sit back, relax, y'all, and enjoy this episode. Check this out, right? G Money, he would go to visit at least twice a month. His mom would come visit him, and every now and then his sister, she would join her, and they would come to visit G Money and have a good time in the VG. But G Money would just get so mad when his sister would come to visit him, but she's eyeballing everybody in the penitentiary. And she has a type, y'all. Her type is somebody that's locked up. She just likes that. She likes the kind of, conversation that she gets from the guys on the phone. And she likes the, all the gifts that the people in the penitentiary send their girlfriends, when they're dating and all of that old kind of stuff. And the attention that she gets. She's a pretty girl, pretty woman. She could have anybody that she wanted. But she liked guys that's in the criminal lifestyle. Mainly dope boys. But she likes dudes like that. That's just what it is. So one day, G Money's a visit with his mom and his sister. And she's eyeballing the VG. And she's looking around and this is that. And normally, when the guys go to visit, if we haven't introduced ourselves to each other, that's what we'll do at visit. Because we like to introduce ourselves to each other's parents, grandparents, families. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, right? Because we're family. You feel what I'm saying? So, now, back then, I was still in rotation when this was going on too, right? So when you hear me say we're family, I'm talking about, just what it was. It's just how I felt. So, G Money had not introduced this brother to her and his mom, because he was off, visiting with his mom and his sister, and I think his son was there. So when she saw him, she's looking over there, and she's like, who is that? I mean, he caught her eye. You know what I'm saying? Brother about 6'2", 6'3", working out all the time, keeping himself together. Ain't got no bumps on his face, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Clean. Sharp, clothes pressed and iron. Yeah, we got ironing boards in here, y'all, with iron. Clothes pressed and iron and all that. You know what I'm saying? So she asked, she said, who is that over there? He said, oh, it's bro. She said, oh, it's one of the guys? He was like, yeah. Now, he pissed already because he know what she on. And then she asked him, she said, he got a girlfriend? And he just looked at her. He said, why? Why you do this every time? She said, boy, does he have a girlfriend? And G Money, she's older than him. And G Money loved his sister. But he ain't got no girlfriend. They broke up. That's all she needed to hear. Look here. She didn't say call him over here. She got up from the table, walked over to the table where he was at, introduced herself and said, I'm G Money's sister. How you doing? Speaking to his mom, his sister, You know what I'm saying? Introducing herself. And she just like bluntly just said, look here go my number. Call me. He looked at her, took the number. Now, we can't keep stuff like that. Somebody has to speak. So he memorized that thing. You know what I'm saying? And he said, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? He said, what, bro? I say, bro, I seen you over here. She was like, he ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm grown. So bro looked over there at G-Money. G-Money looked at him and then he was like, nah, don't do that, bro. So bro looking at him like, all right then. But he really done locked that number in his head already. He already know what he gonna do. She come back to the table. G-Money said, why you keep embarrassing me like that? Every time you come to visit, you up here trying to find a man. So anyway, a couple days go by. Now, in the penitentiary, it takes a minute to get a number put on your list unless you know somebody. They change the rules all the time. It's real hard these days. But anyway, he went to the counselor and told the counselor a lie. Said, look here, can you put my family member number on my list? And they like us to stay in touch with our family. So they took the number, put it on his list ASAP. ASAP. So he called her. Now, it didn't go through because there was no money on there. But it let her know that somebody was trying to call from the penitentiary. Oh, she put some money on that thing. Then he called back about 15 to 20 minutes later and she accepted that call. Now, they were talking, kicking it. Now, G-Money don't know this. G-Money don't know this because let me tell you this. Normally, for me anyway, and I can speak for a lot of other brothers as well, we don't cross that line. You know what I'm saying? If you got a sister, you know what I'm saying, that's of age that, dating age or whatever, and she likes one of the guys, look, if it ain't straight with bro, we ain't doing it. I don't do it anyway. Back in the day, I wouldn't do it. I don't cross that line because I look at that person as my little sister, somebody that I would protect. You feel what I'm saying? And relationships, man, get messy. And you don't want to be involved with somebody that has a brother, that's, especially when you're in a least position of authority, that something goes wrong and now he going to be sour towards you. You don't need that. So I avoided all those types of problems. I ain't crossed those types of lines. So a brother knew you ain't got to worry about that with Joe T. Joe T is not going to date nobody that has a brother in GD, especially if they up under him. They ain't never have to worry about me. None of that. You feel me? But this particular brother, he didn't care nothing about none of that. He didn't have a position of authority or anything like that. It's just that he didn't care nothing about that anyway. Whether she had a brother that's GD or not, that he knew or didn't know, he looked at it like, they're grown and it's a relationship between them or whatever it turns out being. But anyway, they talking on the phone every day. Now, G-Money finds out about it because he calls home. He talking to his mom. His mom says, that boy that such and such, he talking about his sister. I ain't going to call her name out. You know what I'm saying? When she met in the VG, he was like, yeah, don't you know that boy been calling every day? They've been talking on the phone every day. She just loving it. Just giggling and all this and that, right? Locking the door in the room and all this and that. G-Money 5-hour hot. He 5-hour hot because he know his sister. He know his sister. So now he stepped to bro. He said, man, hey, bro, I said, when we was in visit, man, I told you now don't do that, right? And you looked at me like, all right, then. He said, man, what's up with that? He said, man, look, man, your sister grown, I'm grown, man. I ain't going to disrespect you or your sister, man. I like your sister. He come off like that, like it's all proper and good and all this and that, right? And if that's the case, that's true. That's good. That's real. If that's true, you know what I'm saying? But if it's not, it's going to be a problem. So a month or two goes by, and all of a sudden now this brother, you know what I'm saying, he's sharing these intimate stories with other brothers about what him and G-Money's sister's talking about on the phone, phone sex and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So now it's making its way back to G-Money. Man, your sister a freak. Oh, he pissed. He is pissed off about that. Because now, so everybody's talking about his sister. So he stepped to the brother. He said, hey, look, bro. He said, man, that's all with it, man. Don't call my sister no more, man. We're going to have a problem. He said, man, that's my gal. Oh, he hit him with that call. That's my gal. I talk about what I want to with my gal. So G-Money, he get on the phone. You know how we do. He get on the phone. He call his mama. He tell his mama what's being said in here. And it just messes her up. She is so upset about it. So she steps to her daughter and tells her daughter, don't be doing this and doing that. That boy up there telling people about your business, this and that. And she was like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. All this and that. So when he does call, she confronts him with it. And he says, I ain't nobody told nobody about that. That's G Money trying to, you know what I'm saying, cause a problem within the org and get us, so the folks will make me break up with you. Making a whole lie up. Making a whole lie up. So now, G Money calls, he talking to her on the phone, and she says what her boyfriend done said to folks, you know what I'm saying, about what G Money's trying to do, this and that. Now G Money's pissed because now the brother lying. So then that's when he come to me and my COS and telling us about what's going on, and my number 2, talking to us about what's going on. He want us to write the brother up. Wait a minute. This ain't got nothing to do with GD. This personal. I said, it's messed up, but it's personal. Can't write that brother up for that. And I said, man, I feel you and I agree with you, but it ain't nothing we can do about that. Ain't nothing we can do about that, man. I said, that's between you and him. So G Money let it be known. He said, man, I'm going to whoop him. And that's when I told him, I said, bro, I mess with you. I mess with you. And that's personal. But if you and the brother end up fighting about that, that's personal. GD is not getting in there, man. I said, but you don't have a right to do that. I said, you need to check your sister. I said, yeah, bro, foul. Running his mouth and saying all this and that. And he's lying about it because he's trying to save his relationship, you know what I'm saying, with his gal. But it ain't GDB in the mind. I said, stay out of that. Stay out of that, man. You're just going to have to get through to your sister. You're going to have to make her understand how uncomfortable this is for you. Man, G-Money ain't trying to hear that. He ain't trying to hear that. He trying to find any way to get us to make this stop. So this is what he do, y'all. He start paying attention to everything. You know, when you got the business going on and everything like that, you know, you got meetings you got to attend, you got days where you got to go to class and study lit. It's all types of things that you have to do. And if you don't do those types of things, you can get written up for, right? So G Money, he on him now. He started reporting any and everything that the brother was supposed to be doing that he wasn't doing, trying to get him written up. And sure enough, the brother fell into the trap one time. Fell into the trap. He didn't show up to one of the lit classes on Saturday, right? When he don't show up, G Money pushing the issue. If anybody else don't show up, they get rolled up. You know what I'm saying? They have to be dealt with. He need to be dealt with. You know what I'm saying? So he did get written up and he got found guilty. You know what I'm saying? And he got, you know what I'm saying, 3 minutes, no cover up. Because we go real hard about that lit. You better study. You know what I'm saying? Because come to find out, he had a habit of showing up and not participating. And then now you ain't even showing up. So, okay, we're going to go on and make an example out of you. So here go G Money. I want to be part of it, man. I want to be part of it. Now, normally my COS, he would just put whoever would volunteer on there, or because he didn't really want to like pick somebody. If you volunteer, go. He wasn't tripping about it. But this time when G Money volunteered to be a part of the squad that was going to take care of the violation, he was like, nah, you can't go. G Money like, why not? He said, man, because you got something personal against his brother. That's why you're not going. You're not finna go in there and take out your personal grievance on him like that. We ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that because, bro, it's unfair. It's unfair. So now G Money hot about that. They go in and they tap the brother up real good, and he come up out of that thing, right? You know what I'm saying? And then he starts showing up to class. G Money's still on him. He's still on him. So now G Money come up with a bogus charge. He talking about folks owing some money. Now, we don't do no paymaster thing. If you owe some money, you pay your debts. So G Money, he go to the COS and tell COS that folks owe him $100. Folks don't owe him no $100. As we found out. So I said, write G Money up for lying, man. Beat him up, too. I'm zero tolerance back in the day. Beat him up. Zero tolerance. Beat him up for lying because I knew what he was doing. He trying to find a way to get to bruh. And he want him dealt with. So I had folks then beat up G Money. Put them hands on him. So he won't do that no more. Then afterwards, I talked to him. I said, man, look, I see what you're doing. Stand down, man, because you're going to make this situation worse for yourself. Talk to your sister, man. It's between you and your sister. Talk to your sister. So check this out. This is what happened. One day we at visit. Now, G Money didn't go to visit. I'm in visit. Folks that's been dating G Money's sister go to visit. We all at visit. Guess who come to visit? No, it wasn't G Money's sister. It was bro's baby mama. She come to visit. So now everybody talk, wait a minute, hold up. He messing with G-Money's sister. So everybody get back on the compound. They run in and tell G-Money, man, his baby mama came to visit him. Oh, G-Money couldn't wait to get on the phone and call and tell his sister, oh yeah, while you playing and doing all this old silly stuff, his baby mama coming to visit him. She snap out because she can't come to visit him because she's on G-Money's list. The only time she will see him is if his mama come to see him, and then G-Money mama come to see him, and she come with him, and that's how they would see each other. See what I'm saying? She would have to get off G-Money's list, wait a year before she can get on his list, before she can come see him. So they didn't even bother doing that. So now she's insecure. She feeling some kind of way. So when he calls her, she confronts him with it. He lied about it. He said, that ain't true. So when G-Money come back and tell us about it, I bring bro over. Now, there's still a personal issue. It ain't GDB. I said, bro, did you tell that gal that you didn't go to visit to see your baby mama? He was like, nah, I told her, she didn't come visit me. I said, but you know that's a lie, right? He was like, yeah. He said, but Joe, that's between me and my gal. I said, bro, it is. It's personal. I'm just trying to give you some advice. Before this become a problem in this circle, man, I'll get rid of you and G-Money. You understand what I'm telling you? And let y'all deal with this on the side somewhere. But this is going to become a problem. If that gal is coming to visit you and you want to be with her, you tell G-Money's sister that and end that. But if you want to be with G-Money's sister, you need to start respecting her and end that. One way or the other, man. Because if y'all keep coming over here with this nonsense, man, I'm going to get rid of both of y'all, man, and let y'all deal with that somewhere else, man. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? See, I went hard like it because a lot of times you got to deal with the folks is cut from a different cloth. If you go soft dealing with the folks, they ain't going to respond, man. They're going to run over you. That's just what it is. And I ain't letting nobody run over me. It's cutthroat all the way when I was in rotation. Disciplinary. That's how they knew me. So folks in G-Money, they get together and they talking. G-Money ain't trying to hear nothing other than you going to break up with my sister. Period, point blank. And you going to get on the phone and you going to tell her the truth about what's going on with you and your gag. Bro wasn't going to do it. He wasn't going to do it. So this is what he did. He started plotting, trying to figure out when folks was going to go to visit to see his gal. That's what he's trying to figure out. So he got with Bruh's selling. And he told him, he said, look, man, let me know if he say anything about going to visit and going to be visiting his gal and not his mom. And he paid the peon. Peon told him he going to visit next weekend, his gal coming up, this and that. So you know what G-Money did? He got on the phone and told his mama he wanted to visit. And when his mama come, his sister come. So bam, they all up and visit. G-Money's sister, like I said, look here, she's a different breed, y'all. She a different breed. She up in the VG, she thinking that's her man. She sees somebody else at the table. She still walk over anyway. What's up, boo? He look at her. I don't know you. Now his baby mama sitting there looking at her like, who are you? She said, I'm his girlfriend. He been calling me and whoop-de-woo, this, that, and the third, and blah, they skip it, this, that, and the third. I'm talking about spilling the tea. Spilling the tea. He's sitting there looking stupid. I didn't get to go to visit that time. I wish I would have. But as the story came to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, man, I wish I'd have been up there. He's sitting there looking stupid. So you know what G-Money's sister did? She said, I ought to smack you. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't. She didn't, they say. Because if she would have, that would have got G-Money thrown out, his mama thrown out, and she would have lost her visits for ain't no telling how long. They ain't going to have that in on VG. So she walked back to the table, and G-Money saw it. G-Money saw it. She was a little bit messed up, teary-eyed. Because like I say, that's the type of dude she likes. That's the type of dude she like, penitentiary dudes. But now, his sister was hurt. Sister was hurting. And he wasn't going to stand for that. He wasn't going to stand for it. And he knew it was personal. And he knew if he did something that he was going to be held accountable. Because I don't play that. Not when I was in rotation. So they ended the visit. When they ended the visit, lo and behold, they get back on the compound. After the lockdown, we all down on the ball field. Because I go down to the ball field and work out 6 days a week, y'all. So as soon as the count clear, 4:30, I'm on the ball field working out. I eat later in the unit. You know what I'm saying? Folks are always preparing some meals. So I'm down on the ball field. Everybody down on the ball field, we all on the weight pile getting money, having fun, music playing, everybody smoking weed, doing whatever you do. You understand what I'm saying? Here come G Money down there. Now G Money don't wear no workout gloves. He don't do weights. He do push-ups. And when I say he do push-ups, the boy can do 1,000 push-ups. He's rock solid. Do one-hand pull-ups. You feel what I'm saying? He's a freak of nature. He come down. I'm seeing it, though. You know when you can tell them young dudes, you look in their face, you can see something on their mind, right? They up to something. He locked in. He see folks. He don't even give him no warning. Because folks a little taller than him. He run up on him. Hit him with the two-piece. Folks stumble. He get his bearings. He turn around. He rush T-Money and grab him. But before he can grab T-Money real good, T-Money hit him with another two-piece. You know what I'm saying? Now he leaking from his mouth. He slammed T-Money. He get down on top of T-Money. T-Money flip him over. He going at it. They going at each other. I'm talking about they scrapping. Folks and them getting ready to run over. I said, hold up. Let them get that out their system. I said, now we're going to write T-Money up because he threw the first punch. But let them get that out their system. You feel me? It's one-on-one. Ain't nobody worrying about it. The police ain't paying no attention anyway. You feel what I'm saying? Let them fight. Let them fight. They ain't hurting nobody but themselves. After about 3 or 4 good minutes, both of them tired. Both of them, young dudes too, just tired. Ain't in no good shape. I needed to see that anyway because I don't know if they can fight, but I see that they can fight after that. So they break it up. Both of them leaking a little bit. Got scratches all over their arms and elbows and stuff like that. Dirt in their hair, looking silly. You know what I'm saying? Then they bring them over there to me. I said, you get that out your system? T-Money breathing hard, looking at. He said, man, it ain't over. I said, yes, it is. Oh, it's over. This is either over or y'all are. Which one you want? They said, it's over, folks. I said, man, GD that. Now y'all shake hands, embrace. Then I told my COS, I said, write G Money up. You know what I'm saying? Disrupting organizational unit. Write him up right now. Wrote him up. You know what I'm saying? And, they did what they did. Have it turn out, they turn out. You know what I'm saying? They ended up getting 3 minutes, no cover. You know what I'm saying? For that. But it is what it is. But I wanted to tell you the story because that's how messy stuff will get. That's how messy stuff will get when you got somebody that don't mean one of these women any good. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's one of the guys. It don't matter if it's a family member. If you're a friend of somebody and they got a sister and you do right by them, man. Do right by them. If you ain't going to do right by them, then don't do that, man. Don't do that. Because it could cause more problems than you might be ready for. And if you already got a gal and you trying to work on it and get that back, focus on that. Focus on that. Treat these women right, man. Come on now. We got to do better than this. We got to do better than this. You feel me? Now look here, before I go, I want to tell y'all about my new book, Rivals. You know what I'm saying? It's available on Amazon.com. Me and Boo did. Okay? Go check that thing out. It's worth the read. It's for $20. You know what I'm saying? It's about a father and son that were in opposite gangs. You know what I'm saying? And they wanted to hurt each other because of what they had been brainwashed to believe they needed to stand for. You won't be disappointed. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed in this book. It's going to give you a unique insight into the minds of those individuals that participate in gang activities. Listen to me, y'all. Generational gang violence is real. And we need to take it seriously if we want to try to stop this thing. This is an epidemic that's been going on in the inner cities for decades. For decades. It's robbing us of our best potential. Come on now, y'all. We can do better than that, right? But look here, I'm going to get on down. But go check that book out on Amazon.com, and I really appreciate all the support. This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace, y'all.